Here's Mark Hatmaker here. Let's do a little preview clip of one of the things we'll be covering on ESP Raw number 187. Raw 187 is going to be covering more knuckle busting from the rough and tumble, including some back scatters, which is a fearsome tool for the striking game. Going to be taking a hard look at the outside switch, and we're going to pay attention to that stuff because we're going to make sure that it's just not the standard switch. We're going to make sure we have half power switches, full power switches, elevator switches, and throw sub on top of that. And we're going to also be beginning our vocabulary of trying to extricate ourselves from the fearsome beast that can be a half guard. I know it's from the wrestling game. On top, we want pressure and be applying, using our weight and gravity the entire time. But we cannot fool ourselves and say there's not some crafty, great game going on from the half guard position. So this little clip, I'm going to do nothing more than setting us up kind of a home row position, our safety riding position. Which is, but I'm going to kind of cheat here. The raw, you get the raw, we'll get the whole thing. We're going to do the upper body. Here we're going to kind of cut the body in half and show you only what's going on underneath. We've got to keep in mind, a good half guard game is the opponent with the bottom player is going to be on the side. I mean, on the back means they're basically pinning themselves and they're cutting off their options. And on their top side, they're going to be looking for underhooks. So one of two kinds or a combination of both. They're going to be looking for a standard underhook on the top exposed arm. They're going to be looking for a deep half or underhook on the far thigh, or just going for a high crotch. You have to be nice about it and reach for the thigh. You're probably looking for the belt or the high crotch position. Our main thing we're going to be looking today is not how to beat those underhooks. Again, we'll cover that actually on the DVD itself. We're going to be talking about how to get them off of the side, because the side is really where the power or the agility, the fluidity is going to be coming in from this game. Hey, Kyle, can I bring you in here, please? Go ahead and hit your position here. Let's set it up half guard position. She's got it hooked up. She's on her side, and here we go. We got that figure four position. Now, I already talked about with the underhook. See, she's already wanting to reach and get an underhook on this upper arm here, and we know that's going to begin her control. She's going to start being able to go, hit some posture for it, start hitting duck unders just like you would in standard up wrestling game. She's going to take the back and then go off into choking material. The other underhook we want to be worried about is the underhook coming from this arm right here. She's looking for that high crotch position or the leg position and takes that bicep curl and roll across the lateral overhead, which means she's already got the sweep, and not just the sweep. We know she's moving to top position or all sorts of mean and nasty leg locks that are available from there. So we'll discuss, as I already said, we'll beat kibosh both of these underhooks on the actual 187. But right now, one thing we're going to talk about is how to get her off of this side position. And a standard crossface alone ain't going to do it, particularly if we're cross-facing and she's got underhooks at the same time. Go ahead, just this underhook for me. If I'm cross-facing and she has that underhook, it's also getting me precariously close to giving her posture position and start getting her that lateral roll position. Bicep curl, boom, takes me over the top. What I've got to do is get her off her side. So what we're going to do, can I have you just release, sit back on your butt there for just a minute while I do my little mind position here. What I'm going to want to do with my invisible person to make sure we're seeing what's going on, let's just get what my upper body is doing out of the way. I want to take the non-caught leg and I want to slide that up as a hip prop. I want to put it right tight on that near hip. So even if that gives me a little bit of this knee poking to the inside, it might feel precariously bounced for a moment, but you're okay. It's not precariously bounced because they're hanging on tight with their other leg. That half guard position is which is giving you base for that moment. They're kind of like hugging it in tight, so you get to take advantage of their offense for this motion as we get into a defensive position. So the free leg is going to come tight to the hip, not close. It's got to kiss that hip hard and push tight into it. My next step will take the trap leg. I've got to kick it out far away from it. I got to kick it back and across to the trap side, to the opponent's side. Once I've done that, then I'm going to readjust, bring both knees up tight, and that should give me a flattened position. So let's reset that up. We'll run it at a few different angles here. Again, let's ignore what the upper body is doing right here. So to begin with, this knee's got to come in tight and kiss right up tight against that leg. Against that hip. The trap leg is going to kick back and to the far side. So I'm looking for this far X corner over here. Kick this direction. Now, this knee is still pulling tight. I take that knee and then bring it right back in. This gets me closer to a flat back position. Now, if we've got a deep half running here, we're going to trap that up. Let's redo it again without the deep half in play. Pull that underhook out, get on your side, hook it up, So again, we're leaving all this out right now. This is incorrect. We're just looking at the attractive portion right here. Hip in, kick, step. Gets me right here on the side. Let's take a look here. Let's put the head to the camera, please. Get on your side. Try and stay on your side. All right. Hip prop, in, kick, and then in. We're flattening out that shoulder. It's only once we get everything flat. Go ahead and get at it, Jim. Thank you. It's only once we get flat that we begin to feel somewhat safe. Are we out of there yet? Well, hell no. But I'm saying what we're going to be doing on this material, you must flatten them. Just like we did in the choke proofing, we took everything back to one standard position and then we busted the chokes. It did not matter what the legs were doing or the arms were doing. We had to run to this home row position to work from. Same thing here on these half guard escapes or half guard offense, because we'll do a few subs from here, but we got to flatten them out. So hip prop, kick out to the 45X angle, bring it up in nice and tight. The upper body has to have some other things in there, but every escape we're going to show will be built off that. Again, raw 187.